Hello, welcome back to the channel. Mervania here. This is Mervania in her present form. Behind me is past Mervania, stargazing at night. But I did a thing. You might recognise this base because this is a hermit base. It is Grian's base. And as soon as I found out this world was available for download, I came on to do a tour and then got completely distracted because I decided I was going to decorate Grian's base. Now, from here, you cannot see the storage area very well, but you can see there is no chest monster down there anymore. I cleaned it all up. It's all organised. The workers did it for me, as you can see. You can tell there is no chest monster here anymore. We have a sentry here. We have a sentry sitting down on the job, but don't worry, the sergeant has noticed. We have a wandering trader looking to trade for emeralds, but the iron golem is not interested because he's busy going to smelt gold. And as you can see, it's all different. All the chests are organised. Oh. Oh. Yep, they're all organised. Nether quartz in here as well. So yeah, some things have changed because Grian had like wool in here at one point, and I thought, that does my OCD, it was killing me. Then you have, funnily enough, the little worker putting the yellow wool away. This is the wall of colour. With it's basically blocks that won't fit over there, but they have a theme of colour, so I put them all here. You've got your flowers, and then everything that you might possibly need for crafting. Is there anybody else? Oh yeah, you've got the gardener. Going to put the azalea bushes back. Over here, I've left that little area there that Grian put there because it's really handy if you're working down here at night. You have the librarian going to either put a book away or collect a list of things here because he's looking slightly confused. So he's looking for all the stuffs. And everything is here. I label my wood with the actual saplings because that way my eyesight's not that great, so I can tell the difference with all the saplings. Villager trading things, as well as some beehives and ladder. Oh, the ladders. Oh my goodness. The ladders should be up there. So yeah, spare thing. Yeah, I found absolutely tons of anvils. They might be good for decoration at some point, or all the various different types of light. So from the sort of rustic to the magical chains, modern glass. I found a bunch of tinted glass, and then all the sort of decorative stuff that they added. So yeah, this is the decorative area. And that includes the horse armor, because at some point I want to build a stable round here, and build a proper place for this. Not that there's anything wrong with the place that Grian's got the sniffers, but I want to build a bigger place for them. And I have a bunch of coral, so I want to do something with the big lake over that way, I think. Is it that way or that way? Could be that way. Because you'll see it from up there. And then you've got all the stone. Now, this used to be 3 chests worth of stone and no space and cobble everywhere. And so this has all been organised, and in each area I have put a trash bin for excess stuff that I know I will never ever use. That doesn't go for dirt and grass because I do have a plan for that at some point. So yeah, and then you've got another wandering trader here shouting to the other sentry, hey, do you know where I can sell this? So yeah, so a bit of life down here, a bit of life. I have never used that nether portal. I cannot land on it. My flying skills are absolutely shocking. So, speaking of which, yeah, you couldn't have timed that any better. Come on. Really? Oh, right. So yeah, I can't land on that. Ow. So you can see the University of Magical Study. I have made a huge step in getting this base organised. Now, I will say that one thing that I have added that is not a game changer is immersive painting, because I wanted to do a gallery full of maps, but some of the maps were just, they were too big. There was no way I was fitting all of the maps in the gallery as maps, and to point out that the maps do not always do justice to the hermit that's been working on them. Perfect example is Azuma. You do not see Azuma's base on a map. So I've been working on getting screenshots, good screenshots of all of the bases like that where you need to see the actual build to appreciate how much work has been done in. This is a homage to Grian's room. This is all of the events, pranks, achievements that Grian has been involved in. But we'll discuss that in another video. This, and I can say there's 27 because I've just, before I logged on, I spotted one down by the sniffer farm. So there's 27 crafting tables that I have found all around this base. And that comes from like places way up in the roof, downstairs in the bottom part of the rock, in the towers. I mean, I'm a nosy person, so I had a good old nose, and I found as many as possible, and I put them in a chest just because I thought it was quite funny at the amount of crafting tables I found all over this build. And I'm not even sure I've found them all yet because I haven't finished the interior decor. This is a thing. I decided that because this was a rock formation, I would bring the amethyst into it and crystallize the rocks, so to speak. And seeing as Grian loved Scar's hot guy so much, I got him not one, but 2 calendars and put them up. And this, talking about finding things, are all the eggs I have found in chests around the build. I have spotted some in the deep depths of the rock that I need to use a piston to actually lift them and get them up here. But this whole room is just, it's a tribute to the dragon egg prank. I know that that's not effectively Grian's prank, but come on, it was really funny. And he did put thousands of chickens in Doc's base, so he kind of did deserve that. Sorry, Grian, but you did. The biggest part of the whole decor that I have done is down here. I have spent hours and hours and hours just figuring out what went where, what was best placed where, because I could put these immersive paintings, which I forgot to show you, I could put these kind of everywhere because I love immersive paintings, especially if it gives this whole base the theme that this is a hermit base and it's telling a story. But I really don't want to destroy any of the rock work. I mean, I grudgingly took out a column there just so that I could get this picture of Grian with his sniffer egg, wondering if this one is going to be Snoot. So I think Snoot was the sniffer name. I'm sure it was. Anyway, so this staircase was not here, and I'll put in the video of my tour of Grian's base and point out some of the crafting tables. So this is the University of Magical Study, and it's the main study hall. And the students are not to remove items from the main study hall. Up here we have active dragon head above in stasis. Do not touch. We do not want another escapee dragon. That was up there. That is a dragon egg that was up there, and for some reason Grian had it on a platform with a lamp next to it. So I used a piston. It is the original egg that Grian left there. And I have hooked it to the ceiling and it is in stasis. And this says authorised students only. This I have plans for, but I haven't started them yet. So I've got all of the hermits in here. It took me ages to find that I couldn't get an Azuma head. And in each of the seasons that I've watched, Azuma has always been the one to make an automated potion farm, if you like. And I really don't understand how he does it. So yeah, my tribute to Azuma is him making his well, it's not automatic, but it's his potion farms. I've been collecting some of the original books, which is Tango's Wish. If I could put that back. The Dragon Pet Jewel. Hermit Easter Egg Hunt. I'm trying to just find all of the statues. That's my spare statues book. I've never done statues before. I logged in and found a statue book. I found a few actually, and I found the wand, and I decided I absolutely and utterly hated the wand. I could not get the wand to work. The book, however, is just sheer magic. And I love Cleo's work, but this is as far as I can go. The armour goddess herself is up here reaching for a book on the TCG rules, which she's ready to take over to Cub and Vintage Beef. So, yeah. Oh, and I'm really, really sad about Jelly. I did this before I heard about Jelly, so I'm really hoping Scar is doing well. And I have to say, although I'm decorating your base, Grian, you, Scar, and B-Dubs are my absolute favourite builders. But I have been watching Scar for the absolute longest time. And then obviously I started watching B-Dubs, and then I started watching Grian's tutorials, and the other one that I watch who's not a hermit is Mythical Sausage. So I absolutely, these guys are my idols when it comes to building. And if it wasn't for them, and Cleo, I would not have been able to do any of this. So it's a tribute really to all of the hermits, but I will tell the other hermit stories later. And this is a creeper who is in a constant state of explosion, and it is in stasis. And we're keeping it that way. So, I said I would put a clip in of Grian's base. When I was touring it, I realised that I'd toured around it, but not inside it. I'm currently in spectator mode because I don't do anything in the tour world. As you can see, the shulker, the chest monster, is still there. There is a crafting table over there, that is number 27. And as I've been flying around, yeah, I noticed another chest monster. And I noticed another chest as well. Where is it? Up the top is like a maze. There are so many different roofs, and is it down here? Around this corner. Oh, there is a chest somewhere. I seen it. There is a chest somewhere up here. So yes, yes, so I don't think that is ever getting moved because I am just not scaffolding all the way up here to tidy that up. Oh, I never noticed this. There's a little entrance in here. What is in here? Oh, chest number 28. What is up here? And why have I not accessed that? What farm is this? I'm not seeing anything. And if there's a farm here, where's the access to it? I can't even open that. Oh, chest number 29. Oh, chest number 30. It's like find all the Pokemons. I've no idea what farm that is. And chest number 31. Oh no. I've picked that one up. I have picked that one up because this is where I have put the gallery. So these chests are all accounted for, but the higher up chests are the ones that I haven't actually. And there's another chest up here. Okay, I have no idea what that farm is for. I will investigate that later. But I said we would tour. All of this, as you know, has been moved. I did add a little sort of wall here to stop. I believe I removed those chickens humanely, but I've put a wall here, and this is the bedroom, and then I've put a little tribute area here to the dragon egg, and then down here I put the staircase coming down there, weaving back, and then down to the floor there. And there you can see the dragon egg is up there and it's got 2 lamps, and I don't know why it was never taken down. Maybe he didn't have a piston on hand at that point. Oh no, there's another chest here and redstone, and I don't know what the redstone's for, and I can't even click because I'm inspecting. And another dragon egg. Okay, I need to get up here and sort that out. I did not realise that. But yeah, so I put the whole floor in here, and this, I've put a whole floor in here, and as you can see I've tried minimally to not change the work inside. It's like I will move the odd block, but nothing major, because I love this shape. This is a challenge to me to try and actually do something with this shape. I know that egg is there, it's still there in survival. I've got to get a piston and sort that out. I know the cactus farm is there. I found the entrance to the cactus farm, and I've decorated it up a bit so that I can go in and out. I mainly use the cactus farm for bone meal now, because I will never need green dye again in my entire life. So yeah, this is what it looked like before it became the library. This is the bit that I'm doing next. I'm not sure if I'm going to carry it through. Actually, I think it's a possibility that I will carry it through to this side. I know it's not going to be a decked out montage for those of you that spotted Tango near the authorised area. I do know that these are all full of chicken stuff. I have found a few chickens and humanely evicted them. So this, there are still a couple up there here. This rock, it took me ages to figure out why it kept dripping water, and I didn't show this in the video, but what I did was I scaffolded up, come through that wall, and I've put glow berries and amethyst on it just to light it up, because there were zombies still spawning in here or somewhere around here, and it was really annoying listening to them grumbling all the time. So I did fix that bit. However, because of it's a waterfall and I absolutely loved that feature, I left it. The water still drips into the library, and I do not care. It's atmospheric. It's an old ancient like University of Magic, so that should not be a problem. Where I have done some work but not showed it on camera, where is the stairs? Is in here. I have started almost a hermit base gallery, but like I said in the video, I'm using immersive paintings for some of them, because for instance docks, there's no way I would get docks whole map on any of these walls. And then I've taken another part of the gallery up to this level, and I have an idea for this cannon. I've not touched the cannon yet, but I do have an idea for it, so this level will be getting done as well, as more of a protection for the university, and there will be a villager bells put throughout the gallery and throughout the main study hall to alert the soldiers to the cannon if anything happens. So, and that is as far as I will go. I do not think I want to go this far up, especially not now that I've seen that there's a farm somewhere in here. Well, not here, this is a balcony. I mean, this place goes all the way up. Ah, right, okay. I might scaffolding up here and try and figure out what this farm is. And there's chests up here. Where do they link to? I have got no... Oh, a sugarcane farm. Okay. I should use my scaffolding more effectively then. Yes, just in case you didn't realise, I'm doing the other world. I'm building in the other world in survival because, well, let's face it, it's... all of the materials are available that I need, and if Grian doesn't have them, I go looking in other people's bases for them. That's his mini-map of his base. That's his poultryman. That's the compass of the crossover, the rift. That's a decked out card that I found. That's his decked out chest. I haven't found any of his TCG stuff yet, so if you know where that is, please let me know. I will check again down by Grumbot. It might be down there. These are his Z advancements that he did with Z. That's the crown he got from the button. The event was the royal event for the season. There was more events than that, but this is King Ren's currency. I'll get to that in a second. This is an IOU from False, and this is a piece of paper that says Be Good. I'm not sure what that's about. The Buttercup from the Buttercup versus Doc storyline. A dragon egg representing the whole dragon egg prank, which is Grian's fault. Grian asked for that because he put thousands of chickens in Doc's base. And then the surprise horn. Now this, oh, can't forget the famous creeper prank that they all did. And I'm sure it was either season 8 or season 9 they did a tree prank as well. This, however, is my achievement to Grian. As I've been going around the base, and I am extremely nosy, I have found 26 crafting tables and put them in this chest. That's from way down at the bottom to way up at the top in different areas. This is Grian's armour from his inventory, and that'll be staying there. So these are all of Grian's things that I found, and I thought it was only right to put them in a little home of their own, and they will forever be remembered as part of season 9. As I said, this is a tribute to all the hermits. So, we have...
What the heck? Freaking Scar, I'm gonna kill him, I'll rip his
Oh, he's so mad. Impulse, he's so mad.
V-Dubs, what happened, my friend?
Nothing freaking good.
We have Tango heading down into the authorised area. It's still not done, but it's not going to look like decked out. I have a completely different idea for the unusual magical studies of the university. We have Zedath running across to Alchemy. Alchemy is over there to find out why this cookie is so poisonous. Hypno. I picked him to study a tree because I've gone and seen his tree farm, and his tree farm and Falsey's mangrove tree farm are the only two tree farms I can figure out how to use. So that is a compliment to Hypno because he's made it easy enough that even somebody like me can figure it out. And XP Crafted because I didn't want to put a nice fluffy animal head there for his zoo, because that just seemed cruel. So I put a spider head there because he loves his animals and he's studying them. But I really didn't want it to be a nice cute animal, so I'm sorry, XP Crafted. It has to be a spider head because, well, they deserve it. Etho and his Book of Glorious Redstone.
A minute.
Wait a minute. The prodigal son has returned. Is that you? No. Oh, I thought it was Schnurt.
We have Iskal with the Omega Book of Magic, and he's about to study, if I remember correctly, it's a piece of Iskalion.
Would you blow up my base for 64 diamond blocks?
Yes.
Then you've got, if you remember, the dragon prank was done by Doc and Ren sees the dragon egg and he's all excited. He's like, gimme, gimme, gimme. And then you've got Doc. Doc on a different level from everybody else. Recalibrating an end crystal, expert level, because nothing less will do. We've got B-dubs running around with, I'm not sure where that come from. It was in one of the chests. I think it was a Halloween pumpkin head thing. But horse speed is affected by bone structure. Speed dynamic is increased by a sleeker skull. This seems very similar to the hood of an F1 car. B-dubs. So that's my little homage to B-dubs. Then you've got Zedaf, staring intently at a totem of Undying. And this is his desk, and he's also been studying a wither. The totem of Undying seems unlimited, except in one instance. Warden equals survived. Wither equals survived. Longest death message equals failed. Well, obviously the longest death message confused the totem. That is Zedaf's scientific conclusion of that. And the reason I put Joe with the maps is because every season when you download the worlds, you can always rely on Joe. He's labelled stuff, showed you where stuff is. In season 8, 7, in season 6 and 7, I think, he labelled the whole Nether Hub to let you know which way to go to get to places. And I thought that was really nice. Right. This is the library. We have Jem looking for a book on beekeeping. We have Corrales, who was reading a book and then Pearl joined him. And then Scar, as a security, tells Pearl that she needs to put the skulk back. It's not safe. And she answers him back. She says, I will. I always clean my stuff up. And Corrales is sitting there going, skulk? And there you go. This is armour stand work. So there's a lot here. I've been collecting some of the books that I find that the hermits have written. What book is that? Dragon Pet Jewel, Octodrop, Tango's Wish, The Pigpen, Jelly. Any books that I find lying about in any base or chest, they're going to be put in this library in one of these chiseled bookcases somewhere. And I love Cleo's work, but this is as far as I can go. This represents Impulse and his slime farm with the allies collecting the slime for him. And the armour goddess herself is up here reaching for a book on the TCG rules, which she's ready to take over to Cub and Vintage Beef. So I've got all of the hermits in here. It took me ages to find that. I couldn't get an Azuma head. And in each of the seasons that I've watched, Azuma has always been the one to make an automated potion farm, if you like. And I really don't understand how he does it. So yeah, my tribute to Azuma is him making his well, it's not automatic, but it's his potion farms. And a quick look at Jevin here. He got all the netherite in season 9, and I watched Zuma's stats, and I can't remember the exact number, but his number was astronomical. So what is he going to do with all that nether? Well, See, Jevon's gone a little bit evil, and he's going to start experimenting to see what uses he can put this to. If anybody else has done anything to Green Space, I'd love to see it. Post a link to your video in the description and I'll have a look. And that's it for now until the next bit of the building is done. So I have changed all of the guards to iron. There is a reason for that. So some things would have changed down here from previous. This guy's iron, I got a trident. This guy's iron, got a sword. There's a new guard there. And I finally found a head for false. And she, because she created the Elytra course this season, so she's studying Elytra and what is the magic of Elytra. Now, I will point out that if you wander around here, everybody is dressed in different clothes. This is because this is the University of Magic, right? And everybody's up here studying magic. Cleo has red, grey and red. Zedaf's and Diamond up here. And Tango is red and black. Now, this is authorised students only. And down here is the study of dark arts. Now, there is an enchanting table, but it's not used very often because usually they're trying to study all of the dodgy things down here, like skulk, nether stuff, end crystals. There are a few blocks that are colourful but natural, and there is a reason for that. Everybody, and notice it does look a bit more focused and intense down here. It's like we've got Pearl leafing through the pages of a book. We've got Cleo turning the page and studying warped fungus. That's myself wondering what is so special about crying obsidian, and I will explain that in a minute. And then you've got the wizard professor monitoring what's going on downstairs, and that is because something has happened downstairs. If you come down here to study, you are authorised, but you also are entitled to stay. So these two have done a hard day's work and they are getting ready for bed, cookie before bed. There's a place where they've been playing TCG to chill out after a stressful day, because you will understand why it's stressful in a second. There's a kitchen, there's an eating area. See, you got a smoker, a sink, posters on the wall. So yeah, there's lots going on up here, and it does feel busier, and that is because down the stairs, before I forget, beware, danger beyond this point. These are all my shulkers, my mini blocks that I've found, Easter eggs. They won't be staying here, but because there are tons of them. Down here is a Zen garden. It's a chill out garden for the students. And we've got another wizard professor here, and he's teaching. Now they are in cyan, so they are beginners, right? The colours are important. You've got Doc down here, and he's red and black, and he is teaching an initiate, right? And absolutely no entry for students, elite wizards only. So we will come in here. And note there's a crying obsidian tower here. And the skulk doesn't seem to want to go near it. That is why everybody is studying crying obsidian. It seems to have something that the skulk doesn't like. These are the elite wizards. We've got one looking at studying a shrieker. We've got one studying a sensor. I got these heads from Cleo, and I decided to use these because it looked like they had some sort of hoods on. Obviously something went badly wrong here. And then through here you've got this little piece of crying obsidian on the floor. And again, doesn't seem to want to go near it. Now, the glowberries, yeah, okay, they keep it at bay sometimes. Sometimes. And then other times not. So, yeah. And then over here, we have the master wizard himself, Tango, working with an evoker to try and figure out what has gone wrong. Now, round here you can see, if I can just, can I not squeeze in? No, not letting me squeeze in there. Right, okay. That's a warden head. That's a warden head. That's a creeper head. Catalyst skulks. This was being tested to see if it could make, because it's a light source and it's from the nether, but it did absolutely nothing to deter the skulk. That's a wither skull, another piece of crying obsidian, but it's on a table. Notice, nothing happens when it's on a table. Right? So, what happened here? Well, in times gone by, they used to study down here. There's the clock to let them know what time of day it was. There's a piece of crying obsidian, and it's placed on a natural source. And it's not as useful up there, but it's still, the skulk stays away from it. These eyes, there's one over this table, there's one over that table, there's one looking over that table, and there's one looking over this table. That is how the wizards used to monitor the students that were doing their dark arts down here. However, they mustn't have been monitoring them very well, because one day a student was examining a warden head. There's the other warden head. And something went badly wrong. We don't think the warden was completely dead. And it did something. Nobody's quite sure, because it happened a very long time ago. And to this day, the University of Magic is still trying to figure out how to get rid of the skulk. And this is the only thing that keeps it at bay. In the whole university, this is the only thing that keeps it at bay. Oh. So, absolutely no entry for students. And that is the reason why. And if you notice, when we go back up the stairs, there's skulk, crying obsidian, that is it. No sensors, no catalysts, no shriekers, no warden heads. So when you see Tango at the top of the stairs coming down, you can rest assured he is going straight down the stairs with that warden head. He is not keeping it in here. They are not allowed in here. So, the colour schemes. Red is your Master Wizards, right? Tango is the Grand Master Wizard and he's downstairs. So red is your Master Wizards and they are basically the head of study up here. Red, grey and red is your alchemy. Red and black, yeah, red and black are your technomancers. So we've got Doc, we've got Cub, we have Azuma, Tango, and Zedaf. They are all technomancers. Green is your initiates. So we have a Vindicator here, trying to figure out if Amethyst will do anything against the Skulk. We've got an initiate here, coming over to speak to Cub about possibly the End Crystal. We've got another Master Wizard here. An initiate here, just ready to pull his seat out to get ready to start studying. Cyan is your beginners. They have just gained entry to this section. And then you've got your normal wizards, all in blue, and he's watching what's going on downstairs. You will notice around the university there are bells, and this is because if you remember the beacons of Gondor from Lord of the Rings, there's a bell just at the door down there. There's a bell there, and they snake up the way. I'll take you back out now. They snake up the way, so if a bell is heard, each sentry will ring their bell and it will carry all the way up so as all the students know that they have to evacuate because there's trouble. So, bell there. And the bell goes up to the gallery. There's a bell up at the gallery. And that is the next place that I'm going to be working on. So I hope you like what I've done. It took way longer than I imagined it ever would, but I'm still really loving this whole build. Oh, that's the balcony from the base gallery, so as that the sentry can actually stand there and look down once I get that done. It is nearly done. I have 4 maps to do. I have Doc's map, Corrales' map, and I Jevon's map to do. Decided I'm putting the soup group together if it fits. And I got Zedaf's map today as well. Update on the Dragon Egg count. I've managed to pick 10 up, and that is how many I've found in chests only in Grian's base, but I have picked 10 up. Update on the crafting table count. Yeah, see, there's the bell there that he rings. After 37. Found 37. There's 36 in there, 1 on the wall. That's what I've found around the base. So, oh yeah, and I have also, just quickly, that took ages. That took absolutely ages. And ages and ages. So, yeah, this whole thing has been a joy to work with. And I've only got the gallery, the cannon room, and this area to do. And this area is not going to take long. I already have an idea for this. Welcome back, Mervania here. Thank you for all the support. This is the third and final part of decorating Grian's base. I'm standing here because there are new things inside. Past Mervania is no longer stargazing, she is formal. Current Mervania is welcoming everybody to the University of Magical Study. You walk in and you've got all the uniforms. You've got Apprentice, which is very beginner. You've got Initiate, which is finally initiated to become... You're either initiated training for Alchemist or Technomancer. You have Wizards, who are all in blue, and you have Master Wizards, who are all in red. You have the Grand Master Wizard of the Dark Arts, who is all in black, and we have the Head Wizards University of Magical Study, and that is myself, and I'm all in purple because black and purple are my favourite colours, and I couldn't have black because I'm not Dark Arts. So, I haven't done much else here. This is all, I've added a door there, this is just my bedroom. Well, it was my bedroom, but I've done something to another part of the build. However, today is about the art gallery. So you have Cubban running up the stairs chasing after Azuma because they're late for the visitors coming in. We've got Grian greeting everybody and waving at them. We have all sorts here. Now, the University of Magical Study accepts beings that are not accepted anywhere else. That is why you see zombie villagers and Endermen and various other beings as guards and sentries, because the University of Magical Studies treats them very well, and they did not choose to be what they are. So, and they want to learn. As you can see, Mr. Shulker here is pointing at Azuma's base. And this is why I love immersive paintings. I could not have got that on any map. That just looks so spooky. I happened to be standing at Falsey's base one night and I seen it and I got the picture, but the beacon was on. So I had to find the beacon opening and shut it and wait another full night to get this shot because I thought that just looked amazing. So that's Azuma's base. You have Ollie sitting, admiring Scar's base. You have an actual cartographer speaking to Whip about Doc's base, and I love this. I couldn't get it any... I tried to fit as much of Doc's base onto this as possible, but that is an understatement. This is, you can see the path. That's just over half. There's no way I was getting any more of this picture on here. I did my best, and this is a base. I am looking at decorating at some point, but this is a long-term goal. I'm going to have to go into creative and test out a lot of things to finish what Doc wanted, and it won't be with pixel art because I've tried Lightmatica and I don't understand it, so it will have to be something else. This is Iskal's. Oh, I have to fix that. That is XP Crafted at the very top. I love that warden with the villagers. Now, I did watch the episode because I thought, what is he doing? And I can't remember if he was dragging the warden up from the depths or lowering it back down to the depths. But either way, when you're actually standing there, one, it's huge, and two, it adds a lot to the feel of the area. This is not XP Crafted. I don't know how that sign got in there. This is Iskal's, and this is another base that I want to have a go at finishing. Again, long-term project, but I did like what Iskall was doing to the cave. It did look complicated though, and it did look like a huge undertaking, especially for somebody like me, because I've never built in caves before, because I'm terrified to even go in them. Grian's base. Yeah. With the past me stargazing. So that's that. You've got Ijevon's base. Again, I couldn't fit the traders building, which is on this side. Is it the traders building? There was another building on this side. I couldn't fit it in the picture, but I did what I could. Just for completion's sake, Rendog's Scabland base. We've got Stress Monster's base. In map format, that doesn't look too bad because you can see the structures. That's the tiny one that I started with before I realised there was a dragon overhead. And if you haven't seen the dragon short, I recommend go and see it. I'll put the link in the description. XP Crafted space. Now that is the Warden tower that is over there. And you can see it doesn't do it justice. That's why I needed a picture as well. I just couldn't fit them both on this board. So yeah, you've got that. Have I missed anybody out so far? Yeah, you've got Joel admiring Grian's base, very confidently, thinking that Stratos is on the same level. You've got, what are they call? Strider. You've got a Strider admiring Joe's pinball machine. And you have little Timmy come back to see the Empire's Village Christmas Town. He's so cute. Now, you'll notice that not everybody's is here. You've got Falsey's base. I recently did a tour of Falsey's base. If you want to see that, I will link I will put the link in the description. You have Corralis's base, and you have a Vindicator admiring Corralis's base and realising before we joined forces to fight the Skulk that that's how they couldn't get into Corralis's base. It's too complicated and confusing for them to work their way around it. So yeah, he's taken notes for future reference, by the way, folks. In this corner we have just a random trophy, Grian's base in a map format, which is that Grian's base? Yes, it is. And you can see it's not done justice. So hence I needed the immersive paintings for this. You have an Enderman enjoying the colourful Zedaf map, which I thought did look really good on a map, which is why I left it on the map. You can't beat that. And then you've got Cub and Cleo's Museum District up there. And then over here in the immersive painting, I took a screenshot of my actual map because I use Zero's maps. Is it Zero's maps? Maybe not. I can't remember. I use a map mod to help me get around because everything's all over the place here. So this is the whole world, and you can see here, if I'd done Doc's Perimeter as a map, doesn't show you half the work he did. I mean, this is amazing, and I can't wait to do the tour of Doc's place because there's so much to see here, and that doesn't include his end stuff or his nether roof stuff because, to be honest, that breaks my brain trying to watch what he does with that stuff. And I do try, but it's just, Doc is on another level when it comes to game-breaking technology. So yeah, so when we do the tour, it will be just of this base. I will travel the couple of thousand blocks to see his tunnel bore, but I won't be clicking on it. And to see the wither farm and things like that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And like I say, I'm really looking forward to getting in there and trying to discover what to build in it. So this is the lift for the visitors, and it goes up the stairs. Now you've got the castle, and look at that. That is one good picture of the castle. And you've got Rendog, Sausage, and Cleo reminiscing, and Sausage has got his arms around these two. You can see he's got his arms around these two. They're reminiscing about the good old days, and of course, the Master Wizard has to go and speak to the important visitors, and ignore everybody else. I'm kidding, Master Wizard. You're doing just fine. You've got False coming round the corner in her icy blue, to speak to Etho and Vintage Beef. It took me absolutely ages to try and find Vintage Beef's map, which is why I installed, I think it's Xeron's maps, not Zero's maps. But it's why I installed the map thing, because I had everybody else's map and I couldn't find Vintage Beef. He wasn't listed in a nether hub that I could see, nothing. So I had to go and find his map. So there you go, Vintage Beef, found your map. And that's him and Etho talking TCG. False is about to join them. And then at the back here, you've got the crowns from the button. I don't have a purple crown. I'm actually waiting to press the button for the red crown and then the purple crown. You've got Cleo's base. Cleo's base was really hard to try and fit into immersive paintings because it's a circle, so I couldn't get everything in that I wanted. But I did get her map, and her map does look pretty. It just, this is the bit that I got in the picture. So there's that. I've been to Cleo's base many times just to wander around because I keep missing things. You have Gemini T sitting, and she's watching Pearl, or talking to Pearl as Pearl admires Gemini T's base. I couldn't get the cherry tree in. I tried, but I couldn't. You have a wizard waiting to see if anybody wants any help in the corner, just waiting patiently. You have B-Dubs and Joel admiring Pearl's alien base. That is another one that has some building still to be done in it. So that's something that I'm thinking about. And believe it or not, Pearl's base scares me the most because she's got a particular style on it. And I know that if I try and build there and I don't follow that style, it's going to look really odd. You have Ollie pointing at Impulse's base with Gem's base above it, and Keralis and Mumbo all following where he's pointing at, and they're discussing that. And you have, right, as much as I love hermits and I love empires, this man does not get enough credit for what he does. Skizzleman is an absolute legend. And if you're not subscribed to him, you should go and subscribe to him now. Watch all his Secret Life stuff. Watch all his solo Skiz stuff, because he is an absolute legend. Anyway, enough of hyping up Skiz. There's Tango, Skiz, and Impulse, who, by the way, are all real life friends. Tango is the decked out Grand Master, Grand Games Master, I should say. and he built all of this, and inside is the most phenomenal game you have ever seen in Minecraft, ever. I haven't played it yet because I haven't downloaded the audio discs, but I'm a builder, not a hardcore gamer, so I'm terrified of this game. I am absolutely terrified of this game. I would rather play Cubs Chaos and lose than enter this dungeon because the Ravagers and the Wardens just, I'm petrified. So, yeah. Props to Tango for creating a really brilliant game that I am terrified to play. But I will at some point. You've got Skizzleman talking to them about the actual building. You've got Impulse coming across to join them. Impulse is another one. That's his building over there this season. He blew it out the park with his mine. I mean, you need to go and watch their videos to see how much work they put into these things. And if anybody joins Season 10 Hermits, I want it to be Skizzleman. That's a hint to all you hermits. If you remember in the Decorating Grian's base tour, I found a weapon in this building, and I thought it was only just that this weapon be incorporated into the build, because we are the University of Magical Study and people will be wanting our secrets. So there is the cannon, and here is the guard room, and you'll notice the bells lead all the way up to this room. So these guards, and yes, we do accept piglin brutes as well. They did not ask to be born as piglin brutes, and they did not ask to be mean. Some of them actually want to be nice and helpful. So we accept all beings to the University of Magical Studies. I cannot highlight that enough. If anything goes wrong, they grab their weapons off the wall and they go. And they are ready to set this cannon loose on anybody that dares to affront this university. So we have, this guard is getting ready for duty. This guard, he's done his duty and he's getting ready for bed. The brute is getting ready for duty and he's getting ready to stand guard on the cannon. Not the most exciting job all day, but yeah, oh. But this loyal zombie villager is ready to do the work to protect this university. We treat them very well. They all get, if they want to move on and study at the university, they can, as you can see. But a lot of them just like to protect it and do their job. But that is past Mervania in another dimension. That's Rendog. And Doc looking at an ender crystal and a dragon egg. Rendog. If you ever watch a prank, watch the dragon egg prank, because Rendog he gets hysterically happy at throwing these eggs all over the place. And another picture of Grian's base. Obviously, this is the base they're protecting, so they need to know all the routes round. Picture of the dragon egg room. A picture of the main study hall before all of the students joined us. This is me in another dimension with my super smelter. And that is it, I think. Yeah, that's Azuma waving back at Grian. Cubs running up the stairs. I just love this. I love this, and I hope it does all of their bases credit. Maybe not Scabland, but yeah, there's still a lot of work that goes into building that, but colours and details. So yeah, I really hope I've done all our bases justice, and I will link Falsey's base and the dragon short for Stress's base in the description. So the last little bit that we have to go and look at, just to let you know, we are flying to that rock up there, because this is the one that I've decorated, and one of the towers was actually connected to this, and I didn't realise, so I just unblacked out the windows and I made that a little home for Mervania to sleep in when she is on her days off. Getting up onto this is not my best. Oh, I did it. Right, so this is the little tower that was connected. So I've just put a little crafting station in, some books, some chests, ender chest, and some lights. And you go up the stairs and there is a bedroom, and there is a picture of the castle on the wall just because I like that one. There is a note block, but no records here right now. And then you've got upstairs, which I was going to put some potion brewing stands and things in here just for potion brewing. I just thought it was nice to decorate this tower because it was all sort of dark and had monsters coming out of it. So this is the one with the cherry tree. And yes, I did eventually get rid of that shulker box thing because I realised after I said, I'm not scaffolding up here in the decorating part 1 video, that yeah, I could have just flown. Sometimes I am so stupid, it is unbelievable. So, right, so you follow these stairs down. And I will admit, initially this was a frog sanctuary. But in the last video, when I went to show everybody the frog sanctuary, all the frogs had despawned and I had name tagged them, so I have no idea what went wrong. So I gave up on that. All right, I still have 3 frogs that are not despawned, but the question is, do I have any tropical fish? Because, oh yes, I do, although they're congregating in an area. So yes, I built this as a tropical fish and frog sanctuary. That stands for not at resistance. So I've just left that there because I really just wanted something nice in one of these rocks, not just another farm. So yeah, there's all the tropical fish, although they seem to be congregating in various different areas. Just as a wee update, final count on crafting tables found all around Grian's base is 41. 41 crafting tables found in the most unbelievable places, but it was fun collecting them. There's 40, there's 1. It was fun collecting them, and then I've moved some dragon eggs, although based on the dots on that map, I think a lot of them are dragon eggs, so I'm going to have to go do some searching. But I've picked up 19 with pistons, and I haven't found any more in chests anywhere because I dealt with the chest monster way earlier. So picking them up is now a thing. So I've picked up 19 so far, but like I say, based on this map, I think they are all dragon eggs. It has been a pleasure decorating Grian's base. This is the final part. If you want me to decorate somebody else's base, please let me know. My favourites are Pearl, Doc and Iskal. But if you have anybody else in mind, let me know. I'm going to be working in creative, trying to set something up for Doc's base, because that is a rather large job. And we'll see what comes of that. But in the meantime, if you want me to do somebody else's base, let me know in the comments. But for now, I'm going to say cheerio, and I will see you in the next episode.